So the process of this second album of mine, entitled Light, was quite different than the first one. The Dark Horse was much more darker, way more acoustic, organic. I worked with Matthew Fink on this, and on that first record. And with the second record, I first of all worked with a brand new producer, so that was quite refreshing and new. And he was actually, or is, my guitarist, Fabian Sing. And I almost had much more of a clearer idea of how Light was going to sound like, unlike the Dark Horse, where with the Dark Horse we just started and didn't know where we were going to end up. With Light, I could hear the music even before we started production. It was much more of a difficult process, just in terms of songwriting, but once we would get in studio and get into the right headspace, Fabian and I would just make magic, and I think that's why Light is such a light sound, and it's definitely an inspiring album.
I wanna be the one you can't let go. I wanna be the one you can't say no to. I wanna touch, yeah. I wanna love, yeah. I wanna be the one for you. Tell me how it all became. The silly love became all a game. All my hope seems different now. I've played the song to you somehow. I wanna go to New York, spend all my time with you in my mind, with you in my mind.
So New York is one of my favorite tracks to play live. New York, probably because I want to go so badly to this place I've never been and always admired as a kid when I used to watch films on TV and stuff. And when we play that song live, the crowd, even if they don't know the track, gets up, they start dancing. It's a light-feel song, and it's probably one of my favorites.
Seems different now. I've played the song to you somehow. I wanna go to New York.
People often ask me about my songwriting process, and it differs every time. Usually chords would come first, and I'd play guitar or piano even, and I'd just find it so easy to write melody over it. Or like for instance with Light, it was much more of an album where the music would already be written for it. So like the track with Red Skies and Fix You, Fabian Sing would have the music already laid down for it, and I just come in and put lyrics down. I don't prefer one method over the other one. I guess it keeps things interesting, and so yeah, I guess that's how the magic happens. Baby is one of the tracks that I wrote when I was listening to a lot of R&B and hip-hop and dance and pop music, and I didn't plan to write an R&B track, but it just, I guess those influences and sounds played out, and it definitely shows my versatility as an artist, and I wrote it for a very special person in my life.
Strong, I'm staying in the slide. You won't break me down. I got these shackles on my feet. You can't bring me down. You took my heart and you disarmed me on the floor. You tied my hands behind my back, begging for more.
Fix You is a track that was one of the last songs that I wrote for Light. And I remember the melody came real quick. Fabian Sing wrote the music for it, and when he played me the music for it, I basically just came in and wrote lyrics to the track. And that's just one of the methods I like to use when it comes to songwriting. So yeah, it's a really like sad song, but at the same time when I listen to it, it speaks to me. It's one of the most more deeper tracks on the album.
I feel your heart, I feel your mind, oh I feel you, oh I feel you. And I'll take your walls and break them down, take your heart and fill it with sounds to fix you, oh to fix you. If I were you, smiling, then I take your smile and put it on my face. I find the cracks here in the wooden floor.
Performing live is one of my ultimate things to do. I mean, obviously working in the studio is great, and it's, you know, that's where the songs get born, and that's where you almost discover, like every time you'll discover a part of yourself that you didn't know was quite there. And but stage is really where it's at, and seeing people's faces and seeing how they're inspired by the tracks, and just if I can do that, if that is the one thing that I can do to make people feel good about themselves or get through something by listening to the lyrics, then, you know, my job is done. And if I can make that impact on another human being's life, then you know, that's the ultimate gift. Red Skies is probably one of the most commercial tracks on the album, and I like it a lot. I love playing it live. It's also an energetic song, and it really just speaks about believing in yourself in no matter what circumstance you're in, and just believing in your own strength, and knowing that if you're in a bad situation or you're surrounded by negativity, that you're strong enough to get yourself out of it. And when you connect the dots of life, and when you see that that is why it was supposed to happen, and you get something out of it, then that's what matters, that's what counts. And I guess that's how we as human beings grow.
Years ago, that road seemed so empty. I was always walking alone. I hope you love her more than you left me. Cause if you don't, babe, she'll be singing the song, not me. I got that two hearts beating fast. I got that two hearts, and I know this will last. I got that two hearts beating fast. I got that two hearts, and I know this will last. So let the red skies fall. Oh, and you'll realize fighting for it wouldn't have changed nothing at all. Red skies fall. Oh, and you'll realize hiding from it wouldn't have changed nothing at all.
So another amazing collaboration that I did was with Ed Kowalski, former lead singer from Live, and the opportunity came about through my label that actually went overseas, and my music got out there and through them, and Ed listened to the album and he really liked what I was doing, and he basically asked if I would collaborate with him on a song called Angels on a Razor, and it's a track that you can download on iTunes. And we never met, so we were purely like corresponding via email, and just saying I like this and I like that, and what about this idea, and he was just so easy to work with. I basically laid down the vocals and what I thought and felt was right, and he liked it, and it's actually a track on his latest solo album. So Snowstorms is a track that I need to tell a bit more about. It's a bonus track on iTunes, and I actually worked with Andrew and Brian from Lockenville on this track, and we've worked on numerous pieces before, and it's quite interesting working with people who do such a different genre than you do. You know, you're quite like, oh, is it gonna work? And we got in studio, and I actually got such a deeper look into, first of all, how talented these boys were. And I think once that clicked for me, I was like, okay, hold on, these boys have more than just the genre they're doing. They are edgy, and they are super clever when it comes to production, and what is the right thing to do and what instrument to put in. And it was definitely, and has always been, a fun process to work with him. And Snowstorms came about like almost 4 or 5 years ago, and the track never actually got released until now. And it's actually about a dream I had about a snowstorm, and not to go into too much detail, but it's about being in love and about, you know, knowing that you'll do anything for that other person, and you'll rescue him or her out of the snowstorms. And it's a beautiful piece, and I love doing collaborations, and working with Lochinville is definitely one of my top favorites. So one of my favorite South African venues is a place called Kirstenbosch Gardens. And it's this beautiful garden, like this big garden, and people go there to like go look at birds and go look at plants and trees, and I'm obsessed with nature. So you literally get to perform in between mountains on this beautiful grass pitch, and the stage is big, the sound is amazing, and all the shows I've played there have been absolutely mind-blowing. The energy is great. People from all over the world come to it, as it is in Cape Town. So you get a lot of holiday goers, and so it's great. It's great meeting people from all over the world, and yeah, reaching people that way. With this record, I'm hoping to achieve in reaching people, and hopefully they'll listen to this album and feel inspired and changed and moved by it as much as I have been making it. And it's a journey all the way, and I am hoping or knowing that you will walk this journey with me, and you'll get to experience all the amazing things through my music.
With me through storms, together we chase the snow.